Easy Nation, and welcome to another episode of the Easy Cage Show. I am Darth Easy, and joining me from 1995 is Radiant Cage.
I am here. I'm in the past. How's things going in the future?
Oh, COVID and stuff still going on strong here. Hope you're enjoying your Pulp Fiction and Bill Clinton as president and everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, this is another episode of the Easy K Show. Today is our annual episode where we talk about the month of movies that's coming up in the month of August. So today we're talking about August 2021. So it'll be a fun little episode, easy episode as Reddy Cage likes to call it, because he can just show up, do his business, and do whatever the hell he does on his off time. All right, so there's a few movies coming out this month that are actually I'm kind of looking forward to, and I think there might be some good hidden gems, and maybe we'll make our top 10 summer list at the end of the month, because at the end of the month we'll be doing our top 10 summer movies. So the first movie to talk about, which is a movie that just dropped on Netflix today, is Vevo.
Vevo it's got a pretty good Rotten Tomato score, don't it?
Yeah, it's got a good Rotten Tomato score. It's the voice talents, and I believe of Lin-Manuel Miranda. He also wrote some of the songs. I'm looking forward to see this. This was on my top 10 anticipated summer list, even though it got pushed back and didn't know it was actually going to come out in the summer, which is always funny when that happens. But it makes the summer. So I'm glad I was able to put it on the list. Is able to come out, and I love Lin-Manuel Miranda. I mean, from his In the Heights, Hamilton, Moana, he's had some really good hidden gems. I mean, Mary Poppins Returns. I really like his musical talent. So I'm hoping Vevo can add to the collection of those films.
This is Sony Pictures Animation. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, who did this movie? Yeah, I watched the trailer. It looked kind of cool. I mean, it looks like about a monkey who leaves his or has to deliver a letter for his owner to his lost love or something, and he runs into this quirky kid, and I'll be checking it out because I like animated musicals, and I like Sony Picture Animations, although sometimes they're hit and miss, and I like Lin-Manuel Miranda. Can never get that out. So yeah, looks cool, and it's got a great Rotten Tomato score, so it's checking all the boxes for me.
All right, let's move on to the next movie. The next movie coming out is a movie that just dropped on Amazon today as well, and that is Val, the Val Kilmer documentary. This movie won a lot of awards at Cannes this last couple of weeks, and now it's dropping on Amazon. And what's fascinating about this movie is, Val Kilmer throughout his entire career was recording himself with like a camera. So there's like multiple cameras he was using. So from movies like Tombstone to Top Gun to probably Batman Returns, where he was recording himself the heat of Heat, but then it goes through like his journey with throat cancer. I remember I watched the trailer, and you hear him talking, and you're just like, oh my God, it's terrible. Like it's awful, but I'm very interested to see this documentary, because I'm always in for a good documentary.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a while. The Tiger King and the Fire Festival ones of last year have all faded away, and this sounds like a pretty interesting one. I think you were talking about this last week.
Mm-hmm.
May have to check this one out.
Okay, the big movie of the week and probably the month is Suicide Squad. Probably gonna watch this movie tonight on HBO Max. I'm looking forward.
Experience that theater experience.
Well, I'm just want to go ahead and watch it. So, but Suicide Squad. I mean, I've heard the movie's got really good reviews, which is really good, especially from being DC and everything. And maybe they're on a little bit of a hot streak right now. It's got the craziness of James Gunn. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I could walk into this movie, walk out of it, and say I hated it just because of James Gunn, because a lot of people love Guardians too. I wasn't one of those people. But I like that the movie's rated R. We have some characters that we've never even heard of before. And so I think this could be could be a cool little DC movie and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much the same boat. I liked Guardians fine. I don't think he's, but I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of silly humor in this movie, just based on the characters alone. But I'm interested. I'm going to see this tonight. I'm not the biggest. I'm kind of a DC hater because they're so hit and miss. But I didn't hate the original Suicide Squad, but it's not that great of a movie. So this has got to be better than that, right? But when you go to hear some of these reviewers are like, it's the greatest superhero movie ever made. I'm like, whew, I got to temper my expectations when I go into this movie because I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. DC's let me before.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested in it. And Idris Elba looks great in it. I heard he's good in it. Margot Robbie, heard the best Harley Quinn we've seen so far. And it's probably just going to be good for me. Hopefully that Harley Quinn's in a good movie. So, yeah. So, and also Sylvester Stallone voicing a shark, King Shark.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. I'm a shark, you see. I swim from there to there. I eat some people every now and then. See, that's just what I do. All right, let's move on to the next weekend. So the first one to talk about is a biopic movie starring Jennifer Hudson, and that is Respect. This is the Aretha Franklin documentary, or not documentary, a biopic, a film on Aretha Franklin. It's also got, I think, Forrest Whitaker's in the film as well. And it's got some other people in there. I just couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but when I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen that person before. Ooh, cool. So I'm always in for a really cool biopic, and we've had some pretty good musical biopics in the last few years. I mean, from Bohemian Rhapsody to was it Rocket Man? Is that what the Elton John one was called? Yeah. So Rocket Man. So I'm in for this one, and it also has the voice talents of Jennifer Hudson, who I believe she won an Oscar years ago for, what was that one film she did?
Gosh, I don't remember. Eddie Murphy was in it. It's the only thing I remember about
it. Was it Dreamgirls?
Yeah, there you go.
I've never seen it, so she's not someone who she mostly focuses on her music. But it'd be interesting to see the movie. It could suck. But it could be interesting. You never know with these August movies because they're not released during Oscar time. But they could still be pretty good films to check out.
Yeah, this will be one I'll probably wait and catch it later on down the line, rent it or something, because I don't know. I'm just not that interested in it. Maybe I'm just not a big Aretha fan. I don't know what it is, but it's still, the trailer wasn't half bad. And, I'll probably watch it eventually, but it's not something I'm going to be going to theaters to see.
You never know, though. I mean, there might be you might hear it's good, and then you might want to see a couple movies along with it. So
just too much other stuff coming out. Too much other stuff. We'll see.
All right. Also coming out this weekend, we have Don't Breathe 2.
Dose. Yeah, this one.
I watched the trailer for. I watched the first one. Never did a review of it or anything. I like bits and pieces. It was a good movie, but I don't know if I really need to see a sequel to it personally.
Well, I really don't know what's going on in the second one, because he's like off. It almost could be a prequel or something. He's like off, and he's got this little girl, and he's like showing her how to survive or something out in the woods. And then he goes home, and then people break into the house, and they are trying to tell the little girl that how horrible of a person he is. So I guess it is a sequel, because how would they even know? Mm-hmm. But
it's called Don't Breathe 2, so I mean it's automatically a sequel.
I don't know. I liked the first movie. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty cool how they did the, now you can see what I see thing where he blackens all the lights, and it's one of them weird ones where you're breaking in, and then you get in a little over your head because he's in there murdering them and stuff. But I enjoyed it. And what's this dude's name? I can't remember his name. Something Lang or
Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang. Yeah, he's a good actor, and I'm interested.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Now I don't know. Is this one because the first one wasn't it? Oh no, Sam Raimi produced the first one too. He didn't direct it. So
No, it was somebody who.
Fede Alvarez, and he's not even directing this one. He wrote
Okay,
this one.
so I kind of have a feeling it's going to be like a Sicario situation, where the first one was very interesting, and then you get to the second one, different. It wasn't Villeneuve, and then you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I plan on going to see this one, unless it like tanks Rotten Tomato wise or something.
right.
Then maybe not. But
okay, next weekend or not next weekend? We still have one movie left on this weekend, and that is Free Guy. I've heard some pretty good things about this film already. So I think the Rotten Tomato scores already came out. Last night I checked, it was like a 85%. It's probably dropped. It might
now.
So there we go. I mean, so I'm looking forward to this film. I mean, it's not a film I was really looking forward to a lot of. It's got a great cast. I believe what's her name in it? Let's see. Free Guy. Yeah, Jodie Comer, which I really, really enjoyed her in that show, Killing Eve. And then she was also in The Rise of Skywalker for like a second. But she's also going to be in The Last Duel. And she looks like she's kind of the main character in that story, actually, even though you have Matt Damon and Adam Driver in the film. But I really like her. But you also have Ryan Reynolds, who he's on a tear lately with the Deadpool films, and I can't think what else he's done, but
he's been in a lot of movies. I don't know why I can't get any right now either, but I'm cracking up on Rotten Tomatoes front page right now. It says Free Guy, first reviews. It's the biggest surprise of the summer. So that was pretty crazy. When like a week ago, I think it was Campy or somebody was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm hearing Free Guys is good." I think I had this on my most anticipated summer list, maybe. Because it is an interesting story. He's like a non-playable character in a big multiplayer game, and he kind of gets free will and just decides he's gonna, I don't know, try and save the day. But then you got Ryan Reynolds. He's hilarious. The promo stuff, he's been doing his same crazy promo stunts, like him and as Deadpool doing a trailer reaction for this movie with Korg from Thor. That was freaking genius.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I like my favorite part of that one was at the opening when he's like, you see my reaction of the Cruella movie. Yeah. Where the fucking dogs?
Yeah, it's funny, and so yeah, I was already anticipating this movie. Now that it's getting really good reviews, I'm even more excited. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. This is another going to be at the theaters next weekend.
Yeah, me too. All right, moving on to the next weekend. We have the 20th. We have one movie called Finch. I really don't know what this movie is about, but it's got Tom Hanks in it, so I automatically had to put it down. Let's see what it's about.
This is not actually coming out.
Do what?
Because I remember looking this up because he's like a robot engineer, and it's like a post-apocalyptic movie or something, and it's like we have heard absolutely nothing, not seen a trailer. There's no way this fucking movie's coming out.
I mean, as far as I know,
they're failing us again. I'm calling it right now.
All I know is it's still scheduled to come out this day. So
there's not even a picture. No pictures. There's no.
But yeah, so this could count. This could not come out. But you know what? We talked about it, so let's move on to the next film. The other movie coming out, which I really don't know anything about. I've seen a little TV spots while at work, and that's The Protege.
Yeah, it feels like this summer we've gotten so many like John Wick wannabe movies, and this is another one that seemed very similar. I watched the trailer for this. Michael Keaton's in it. And I don't know if he's the bad guy or not. He seems like he's the bad guy. And Sam Jackson's in it. And I guess he's like training this chick to be his assassin, or they're like assassin buddies or something. And then he gets killed, and she goes on a rampage for revenge or something. Is kind of the gist I was getting. But it didn't look half bad.
It's from the guys who did John Wick, I believe. I believe they said from the creators of John Wick or director of John Wick or something.
I might watch this. Let's wait and see what the reviews are like and stuff. But why not?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'll see it if it's good. If not, then it's just I won't watch it. All right, let's move on to the other movie coming out, which is I don't think this movie's going to be good.
You don't?
I'm calling it now, and that's Reminiscence.
You know that and you're already trying to skip another one, I can tell, but you're already know that I am going to give this movie the benefit of the doubt.
Because yes,
and it's I like Hugh Jackman.
I like Hugh Jackman too. I like Rebecca Ferguson too.
Yeah.
The trailers have not done it for me.
It's an interesting idea, like what if you could go back and relive your past moments, like the best past moments of your life.
Mm-hmm.
It would be very addictive, and it would have some moral gray areas and things. And I that idea is cool. Now the rest of the trailer where he's like trying to figure out what's going on with this one girl, and I don't know. It may not be very good, but the premise alone has me intrigued.
Right. I mean, it's got a good premise. It's just I don't know. Just the I don't know. I just don't think the movie's going to be good. I don't know really anything about who's like it's got nothing that makes me really excited about the film. So I mean, I love Hugh Jackman and I love Rebecca Ferguson. I mean, it's the second time they worked together. They were in The Greatest Showman together. Let's see.
Never enough.
Lisa Joy. This is her first movie she's ever directed. So, and it's also the first thing she's ever written too. So, first we're moving on. We're moving on a lot of things that we really don't know anything about. So, those got me worried right there. So, never. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this weekend.
Wrong. The Night House clearly says right there, nationwide release. Why are you just skipping over it? I get why you're skipping over Paw Patrol the movie. I mean, come on. But The Night House is a thriller horror movie that I've mentioned before. I think it's in my anticipated summer movies.
I don't think it was.
I'm pretty sure it was because I remember. I'm going to say it again, but it's a horror movie, but it's got an interesting premise because it's about like parallel universes and stuff. Like she's haunting herself is kind of the gist of it. And in the trailers and everything's mirrored and stuff. So she's like open a cabinet door, and then in another night, the hell, you exterminating bugs in there?
Yes.
Little lines went across your screen when you did that.
Yeah, I know.
It looks cool. The trailer looks pretty damn cool. Now, it could be garbage too, but I just got a weird feeling this might be kind of a cool little thriller horror movie. It looked pretty interesting.
I hope you're right. But for me, I think I watched the trailer in the movie theater a week ago or maybe a couple weeks ago. I can't remember. And I was just like, it doesn't really look that good, interesting to me. But I don't give horror the benefit of the doubt ever. So unless I see a trailer that really intrigues me or I hear some really good reviews of a movie, I don't go see it just because horror is just not my genre. It's just horror and comedy. Horror and comedies are two genres I just don't go running into blind. Sci-fi, I can go into a sci-fi a little blind, but horror comedy, I just can't. So I had to. So we'll see what happens. That's why I didn't write it now, just because I had no interest in seeing it.
But I guarantee
and it wouldn't be a monthly episode if I didn't try to skip a movie.
Yeah, because we're getting ready to talk about Candyman, which is the next week, right?
Right, but we have one more movie to talk about, and that's the documentary "The Beatles Get Back."
I have no idea what this is.
It's a documentary on the Beatles. I guess it's supposed to be about like their concert whenever they first did "Let It Be," it's a documentary on the Beatles. I mean, it could be interesting. I love the Beatles. I mean, I love their music, and so that's why I wrote it down, just because I'm always in for a good documentary, and Beatles are the greatest band of all time. So yeah.
Cool.
All right, now we get to talk about Candyman. Candyman. Candyman.
You'll be looking in the mirror.
Candyman. I am looking in the mirror. I see myself right here. But I'm not going to say it the fifth time so we don't dupe us all. All right. So, you know what? I mean, here's the thing. I've never seen a Candyman before. But over the last few years, I've gotten into some slasher films like Scream, Halloween. And the trailer, I kind of liked the trailer for the film. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to see the movie for sure. If the movie is good, I will go. If I hear the movie is good, I will go see the film. But I have my reservations. But the movie trailer had me interested to see the movie, and that's what a trailer is supposed to do. So we'll see if it's hot garbage. It was produced by Jordan Peele, so it's his team working on it. It could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looked okay. Didn't look like my cup of tea. Like as that other horror movie, the house or whatever the hell, the Night House. Can't remember what it's called. Had kind of a cool, interesting premise. This one, it's just a slasher guy. I mean, he's just, I don't know. It didn't look that interesting to me. I don't foresee myself going to see this probably, but who knows? Who knows?
All right, guys, that ends
There's a
episode
couple
one.
of streaming movies that we skipped over. One is Jason Momoa's new movie. The trailer for it looked pretty cool, called Sweet Girl. It's kind of like a revenge flick kind of movie. Looked pretty awesome. There's The Kissing Booth 3 for all of those people like my daughter who are very interested to see how that finishes up.
No interest in that one.
There's a She's All That reimagining called He's All That. I saw the trailer for that yesterday, I think, and I was like, what? They're redoing She's All That? That's on Netflix as well. It looked like something. I mean, it looked like a very modern day She's All That, but she's giving the guy the makeover instead of in the original, the guy's giving the girl a makeover. There were some other ones, but I don't remember what they were called. I mean, there's so many movies coming out digital anymore. I remember there's this horror movie called Demonic on here. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I was like, hell no, I'm not watching that. But yeah, lots of streaming choices still for the month of August. And I never got to watch Gunpowder Milkshake either last month.
Yeah, I never watched that either. So
yeah, it had decent Rotten Tomatoes. So check that out. But this is our last month of the summer 2021.
Yeah. Interesting. I've never seen She's All That, so I was just Googling that movie.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Well, apparently it's a remake of My Fair Lady, which is a classic 1950s Audrey Hepburn film. So I was like, oh, okay. So
you should maybe check out She's All That. It's not horrible. I mean,
yeah. Well, I don't have a lot of free time, man. So I just watched last night. I watched Jungle Cruise. So
yeah. What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It reminded me of a mix of multiple movies, like between Indiana Jones to Pirates to African Queen. So I actually really enjoyed the film, and The Rock and Emily Blunt had really great chemistry with each other. So Emily Blunt's just a damn good actress, and she's usually good whatever she's in. And The Rock was better than his usual crap he's been doing of late. So so I enjoyed it. So
yeah. Me too.
All right, guys, that ends episode 142 of the Easy Cage Show. Do what?
Said that's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I mean, we're going strong. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Easy Cage Show. Guys, make sure you click that like button, subscribe to see more. Look at Rennie Cage's letterbox to read off his movie review. He'll probably have a Suicide Squad, and next case, who knows what else he'll be doing. Also, make sure you check out my main Darth Easy YouTube channel, and I've been posting some movie reviews on there as well. So, and I'll have more coming up. So, guys, until next week, All Too Easy.